Hi guys, it's Kine. So this video is gonna be a little bit different. You've seen my get ready with me videos before. They're videos that I kind of just do my makeup, I get ready with you. I'm not that creative with my titles. I thought it would be cute to do a video where I get unready and take all of my makeup off and show you how I do that. So I've actually partnered with Neutrogena for this video and they've sent over a bunch of their makeup wipes. This one that I'm using is just their like classic makeup removal cleansing wipe. It says right on here it removes 99.3% of your most stubborn makeup, even waterproof mascara. But they've also sent over two of their other formulas. This is the fragrance-free makeup remover and the night calming makeup removers. This fragrance-free one, I guess, is like more for sensitive skin, whereas the night calming one has like night calming fragrances in it to help you sleep at night. Not that I'm like a jet setter, but like I do travel for drag quite a bit, out of town at least. So makeup wipes really just are the thing that makes the most sense. Like you don't get so dirty, you don't really need a sink for them. I used to use baby wipes to take off my makeup thinking that I was like gaming the system, like, ooh, this is a little dupe, but you would have to just use so much more product to take off the same face. So it just makes more sense to use like an actual makeup removing wipe. So thanks Neutrogena for partnering with me on this video. So earlier this month, I had this biggest milestone moment. It just got me really sentimental and I've been reminiscing about, you know, when I started out all of this like 5 years ago. I was in my room and I opened up my computer and started a YouTube channel. See, the time was grade 10 of high school, my second year, and I had really felt like I had nothing going on in my life. Like I didn't have clubs after school, I didn't have sports, and I thought it would be fun to start a YouTube channel. See, other queens are drag queens first and then they open up a YouTube channel. I was a YouTuber first. Like I started my YouTube channel because I thought that, I started my YouTube channel because I thought that it would be a fun hobby for me after school. Having my YouTube channel really helped because it kind of gave me an excuse to like play with makeup and experiment with colors that I wouldn't really wear to school. So I started wearing makeup in grade 9 and then by grade 10 I was like blocking my brows down. Like it was really that fast. I would like do my school's little semi-formal dances in beat face. And I was kind of doing this just androgynous, like cross-dressing, gender fluid thing. I don't know, just exploring my sense of style and being myself. At the time, I wasn't turned on to Drag Race yet, so it was kind of just this like androgynous like phase I was going through. My idea was that I was gonna be like this beauty guru. But then Patrick Starr came along and Manny MUA came along, and being a boy in makeup was kind of not enough to be shocking and to get attention online. Not that I was doing it for attention online, but I kind of had aspirations always to like be the star, right? And I think I was like in grade 11 or 12 when I was turned on to RuPaul's Drag Race and I watched Raja. That was when I started to really, that was when the light bulb went on in my mind, because I had realized that these queens were kind of doing a very similar thing to what I was doing. Like I was doing the makeup, I was wearing heels, and I had thought to myself, like, this is what I need to be doing. Like that was the point where all the dots were connected in my mind. But at the time I had already sort of started establishing a name for myself as a YouTuber, and I didn't want to start over and, you know, rebrand myself under a different name. So that's kind of the reason why I don't have a drag name. People always ask me this, but I just go by my name, Kine, because I've always found it pretty androgynous and unique, and I like the way it sounds. I look a lot smaller when I don't have my hair. Let me zoom this in. The year I graduated high school, this would have been 2016, was where I really started to get serious about doing this. That's when I started to go out in like full drag to events and conventions. Like being a YouTuber gave me lots of opportunities and avenues to go out in like character, I guess. I just loved the reaction that I was getting from people. I loved walking down the street and people asking to take pictures with me. Doing drag, it's a balance of being this sort of artistic outlet, but also a little bit less noble of a reason that I do it is really that I guess I just love the attention. You know, as gay boys, I feel like we are almost starved for attention. We grow up being so insecure and shy and feeling like the outsider in all of our groups of friends as we grow up. When I started to wear makeup to school, when I started to do drag, was the first time that people looked at me and wanted to be my friend and wanted to come up and talk to me. Sometimes when I see a really handsome man who does drag, I tend to think like, if I look like you, I would not be doing drag. Because I did it because I felt so not beautiful. Nowadays, I definitely have more self-esteem in myself in and out of drag, but it definitely started as a little bit of insecurity in myself. Now I just love it so much. Like, I spent this entire weekend working on drag. I've been preparing outfits and numbers. I get a lot of questions about my work-life balance and how I balance this whole YouTube business and drag business with the fact that I'm in university full-time. And the truth is, I've never really had a great answer for that. There will always be a sacrifice, and there will always be a trade-off in everything you do in life. And you kind of just have to make choices to balance things out and do what's important to you. I think if I wasn't doing drag, if I just came home from school to study and do homework and wait for the next school day, my life wouldn't have the color and music and fun that it has. I think everyone needs to have something in their life that makes them feel alive, whether it's writing or art. I think we all have a need to express something artistic in us. Somebody asked me the other day, because I was at this little networking event at our school, this woman had asked me what was my proudest accomplishment in life and what was my biggest fear. And I couldn't help but think that all my proud accomplishments are to do with what I've done with YouTube and drag, because I feel like in our lives, so much of what we do is so routine, and we are moved along by our teachers and our parents to do this and then that, just to venture out into uncharted territory and pursue a career that is for which there is no guidebook, for which there is no course to be taken, for which there is no guarantee that you'll even have job security. The payoffs that I get when I do drag for that reason are 1,000 times more meaningful to me, because this is something that I went outside of my comfort zone to do. Anyway, do you like how I just took half of my makeup off and left half of it on? I have this running joke with my friends that this is online kind and this is offline kind. Ugh, let me take this off. I don't know why I didn't take that off earlier. In terms of what I want to do in the future, you know, I don't really see myself doing makeup tutorials forever. You know, as much as I like doing them and as much as I like seeing how much they help people, like, there's really only so much you can teach a person, you know? Like, eventually we're gonna get to the end of my knowledge. I mean, I'd still like to stay on YouTube for as long as YouTube is around. What I really love doing is performing. I love to be on stage, and I think my greatest dream in the world is to have a one-woman show. When I first started going out in drag, I realized that I loved the feeling of interacting with people and loved the eye contact and the one-on-one connections that I was making with people that I can't make on camera and in front of a screen. So, you know, recently I got a comment that hurt my feelings so much. It like put me in a bad mood the entire day. I had basically gotten a comment which was constructive criticism. I don't know why. Like, if you say that my makeup looks like crap, like, it means nothing to me. If you call me like any gay slur, it is like meaningless to me. But for some reason, this person just hit on a nerve and touched a sensitive topic for me, something that I guess I was insecure about. And they didn't even say it in a really mean way. Like I said, I totally take responsibility for the fact that my ego is just sometimes fragile. To make matters worse, I was in the midst of listening to music, right? And what was the next song that came on shuffle but one of the songs that I covered? Because, okay, I have to explain, I do this weird thing where I cover songs and then like download them to my phone so I can keep listening to them. It's so corny, I know, but it came up on shuffle, and as I was like sitting there thinking about like how bad of a performer I am, up next on shuffle comes the song of me singing, and all it reminds me of is my dreams and my hopeless aspirations of something that just seemed so futile in that moment. So I'm sitting here in the middle of this cafe, like closing my laptop. I skip to the next song, totally completely embarrassed. Am I just like so like unfortunately oblivious to the fact that I'm not this amazing person that I think I am? I've come to realize that like I really shouldn't be seeking approval from people in my comment section. And at the end of the day, like I said, this was not a mean comment. Like, objectively, this was a not hateful comment. Like, this person was trying to be helpful. It was just my own ego that got in the way of me being happy. You know, I'm really a believer that happiness is your own personal choice and that another person can't make you happy or sad without you allowing it to get to you. What do I want out of life and what gives my life purpose? I think that's one of the most fundamental questions that a person can ask themselves. It was Dorian Corey who said that, you know, if you shoot an arrow when it goes real high, then hooray for you. Lots of us just have to be content with just being an artist and prancing around and making a small mark that doesn't set the world on fire. You know, my DMs are filled with so many people asking me for just general advice and tips for a drag queen who is starting out. I haven't been doing this that long myself, but I think the best piece of advice that I can give you is that the primary job of a drag queen is to be a beacon of light and to guide their community. The best drag queens that I know are people who fundraise, people who are there for their community, people who are always involved. Above all else, it's important to be nice to people. You know, it's important to smile. If you can do that, then really the wigs and the sewing and the makeup, it all is secondary to that. Anyway, I am done taking off my makeup. That was a lot of fun. It took me like an hour, but I just like to talk. As fun as it is to put on makeup, I've always thought it was like 100 times better of a feeling taking it off. And you know, whether you wear a full face of makeup or just a little bit of concealer and mascara like me, everything you see is an illusion and a magic trick. But I hope you guys liked this video and that you liked this format and maybe got to know me a little bit better. And thank you to Neutrogena for sponsoring this again. So if you go out and get the chance to try out these makeup wipes, I highly recommend. But until next time, I hope you guys are all doing well and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!